we started?
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, what's good, YouTube? We are back with Gabriel, Hash, Alex, and who? Cyber Dragon Sam. Yes, I was like trying to decide whether to say Cyber Dragon Sam or Sam, and I just settled on that. So fair enough. We are here a couple of days after the remote duel YCS has finished. We've completed at the top 16, and we in fact have two of our own, Gabriel and Sam, who will be competing in the top 16 in a couple of weeks' time. So congratulations to them for making it to that point. And we're just gonna, and we're just gonna quickly go through a couple of things about the event, our thoughts on the event, our thoughts on the format, and just in general see what happened. Have a nice little vibe. I like this like little podcast thing we have going here.
Vibes.
Yeah. Nice.
So let's just take it away. Whoever the floor's open to whoever wants
I
to speak
played
first.
Tri Brigade. I played against 2 Gravekeepers and 4 Sky Strikers in my 8 rounds.
Yep.
Yeah.
How was your day?
My Saturday was pretty good. It was pretty nice knowing that I didn't play against the 3rd Gravekeeper in my pod as well, because there was a 3rd.
Oh god.
So
Because Connor
was,
played that one.
Yeah, because Connor played that
Connor
one and lost to that one.
Wait, you actually playing as Gravekeeper? I just thought you got Necro Valley.
No.
No,
2 Gravekeepers.
full Gravekeeper.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Spy was flipped. So like, yeah, that was round 4 and 5, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one after the other as well.
I bet his job was just like tank so Herman could fly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
was there.
I
You
didn't
know that
tend.
Evo has like the
Oh, sorry.
he has like the army guy like with a bunch of bullets coming, and then there's the other sleeping. So
Oh yeah,
the
because
sleeping
Herman was in
guy
the
is
same
Herman playing
pod.
0.
Yeah, Herman
Yeah,
was in
it's
my
Herman
pod.
playing 0 striker, and it's Betty playing 4 striker to
striker.
Gravekeeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, but like, Herman's thing with Striker was what you said about Shadol. It just won't make it past round 2, somehow. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
that was the entire
I guess
theory.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I got unlucky.
Kind of shit in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, seeing the conversion rates of Striker on day 2 was quite funny.
Appalling, right?
I know
Yeah.
Striker is funny, but the one I really find funny is Invoked.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Can
that was
you talk-
hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Can we talk about the fact that 101 people entered with Alistair in their deck, and
114.
114, and
Yeah.
3 made to day 2? 3.
No, 8. 8.
Is it 8?
Was it 8? Oh, that's too many
it was
now.
eight.
That's not as funny
I
now.
thought 8
it was
was the
funny.
South America one, but I thought only 3 made
No,
day
but
2.
it's because
No, it
like,
was 3.
it's because like, no, it was 8. Like, every deck that had like around that much representation had like a 30%, 25% conversion rate, and then there was just invoked with like 7%. The deck is so bad.
I'm gonna pull out the numbers.
Oh, no.
8 invoked
Yeah,
made
hold on,
day
let me
2.
check.
Oh,
Hashim is
true.
correct.
Oh,
Sure.
true.
Yeah,
See?
damn.
I
Either
think
way.
how many topped? Like one?
One.
One topped, right?
One
Yeah.
top.
Yeah.
The same amount as Dinosaur.
So
Dinosaur topped.
Let's go.
Bro, Dino topped every tournament. I've seen none of the lists, and they have to be bad.
They have to.
No,
They're all
because
probably
like,
like just
you-
scrap stuff.
It's
like
it's,
Yeah.
it's so weird because the deck can't go first anymore. It can't go second anymore.
No.
It
So-
also can't go first.
Yeah, it can't go first either. So like, how? What
what are you
happened?
doing?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We're
Alright.
playing Dragon Link, and it's gonna struggle, so I can't say much. We're always
GT smile.
Tell us about your Dragon Link experience.
Remus is an insane card. Oh my god, I love that card. So good, you know? Like, then you go Remus, then you get draw, then you pass. Nuts. So good. Insane.
Actually nuts.
Nah, it was
Oh
fun.
my
Like, it was the most fun I've had to play Yu-Gi-Oh! In a long while.
You had fun.
It felt
this
very
weekend?
rewarding.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I
God.
had.
Oh
I mean,
my
I
God.
tried to murder like 3 Italians, but other than that, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Wise, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Wait, you played
Love
against that one Italian guy in round 3, right?
Yeah.
The one that
oh,
Pierre was
Oh,
talking
I
about.
remember this. His first round of the weekend, and he was just behind me, like swearing. I was like, oh no.
Just more.
No,
Yeah.
he has the entire house to complain to, and he still came to me and Cormac and was like, I want to scream to you guys.
Because I already complained to the whole route. Then when to complain to both of you.
It was
Nah,
too
I
long.
finish my match, I look at Betty, and I just like take my shirt off and I go to chill. Because I'm like, I can't. This guy's just stressing me out.
Honestly,
God.
Gabriel after a heated round is a sight to behold.
Oh, I love
Oh,
it.
He just goes on a
honestly.
warpath.
Bro,
It's
I win.
brilliant.
That's the worst part. I won that round and I was still pissed.
Yeah.
You're still angry at them
He's
ones.
angry.
You just come out of a
This is-
row.
this is-
You just come
this
out
is
of a
how
round. and
bad
you
it was.
just- Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny.
fair
though.
enough.
It's actually
Yeah,
so
fair
funny.
enough.
No,
Yeah, but
Sam,
game was on a
quickly tell
roll,
us
like,
about your
he-
experience.
he would come after me. He would come to me like after every round and be like, "Hash, I'm so good. I played around this and this and this and this." And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
It was
The only
clean.
thing that could have gone better for Gabe this weekend is if he played against like 11 Dragon Links. Because according to him, he would beat all of them.
Oh,
Can you
no.
imagine the bragging rights if you top by playing 11 mirrors?
Wait, Marty's
Oh.
camera. Oh no.
Oh no, we lost Marty. Oh, Marty's
Oh,
back.
no.
I was just turning off for a moment.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, we good?
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
we're good. No, I
uh,
just turned it off for a
it,
second.
it was fun though. Like the deck felt very fun, and I played like 2 combos the whole format, so it was refreshing. It's so fun to play combo into
Yeah.
control when you're
Yeah,
the combo
yeah.
player.
I only played one combo as well, actually. Yeah.
Huh.
I
I
played like a
played
bunch of.
2 combo in my like what 5 rounds, and they were both mirrors,
Yo.
and I got
I mean,
sacked in both. Like, what can you do?
The moment you choose to play Drytron, you accept that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, because I went into this weekend with like very little testing, just because like I had just like finished exams and like IRL stuff, right? And I didn't really know the format too well, so I'll just explain it to the viewers. This is like when you don't know the format too well, it's not great to like go in with like a mid-range deck or a control deck. I feel just because those decks require you to have a pretty intimate understanding of the format to know where to interact with players and whatnot. So when I went into this weekend, I did start by like testing Striker, just because I was familiar with Striker cards. But obviously, 1, you need to know the format to get the most value out of your Striker cards, and 2, even if you do know those cards and know the interactions, the deck is still very underwhelming
It's
and
still not topping.
underperforms.
Still
Yeah, it's still not gonna.
Still not topping.
Still-
it.
Still not giving you the best chance to compete. So I myself decided to play Drytron. I quickly learned a couple of the combos and a couple of the key principles, and I thought it was a very good call. Just and I think the conversion rates also sort of convey that as well.
It's the
like
second
I
best
think
conversion rate.
second
like
best deck,
7 rate,
exactly.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
The
basically,
only
what
problem
Madi is saying is that like if you have no idea what's going on, just become a button mashing monkey.
yeah,
Play
just
Drytron.
play a one-player
Combo,
game. Just mash your
combo.
way through. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rima scratch,
Um,
yeah.
I think
Even
Drytron
so-
was a good call regardless though. Like that is
Yeah,
decent.
me too. I agree.
Yeah,
I
it
agree.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
was.
Yeah.
I don't like that like so much feels out of my hands, but I think
Mhm.
the deck's good.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you literally just need to learn what
Mhm.
cards do what, in what order you should do them,
Yeah.
and if X hand trap gets used on this, what
Yep.
you
What do you
like.
do
A
from
lot
there?
of it's
Exactly.
improvisation, but there's very little.
Exactly.
Well,
No,
There's a bit of
because it's
improvisation,
like
but-
the difference in how proficient you are with Drytron isn't very relevant as long as
Yeah.
like you get the combo
Yeah.
to resolve.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
get drawled.
Don't
Yeah,
get drawn.
exactly,
Don't
like-
run into mirror matches. which is
Doesn't
what I
matter
did,
how
and-
correctly you play. If you get drawn, you will like have a hard time,
Yeah,
and if you
exactly.
don't get drawn, you'll have an easy time, even if you
Yeah.
don't combo correctly, like 100%.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like the rock paradox. It's
Yeah.
very hard to play rock optimally, but most of
Yeah.
the time it doesn't matter.
Extremely.
It does, yeah,
It
exactly.
doesn't matter, it just doesn't
Unfortunately, I did get the short end of the stick this weekend, running into 2 mirrors and just like getting sacked in both. But that's just the life of combo, right? Like
It's just
as
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Gabriel said, exactly. It's exactly as Gabriel said. A lot of things end up out of your control when playing those mirror matches, and it is a high roll deck, but I think it's one of the best choices to make if you're going for the high roll route.
So,
Yeah.
Why didn't you
I
play
thought-
Dragoon and 45 cards?
That's a
You
tough
can see,
one.
you can see the anger in his face.
Get out. Get out now.
Okay, can
I'll
we
give you a
edit
5-minute
the angry
break.
Marty?
5-minute time.
The
saw that
angry
list
Marty
earlier.
clip in here?
Oh,
No, I don't get it. Did anyone get like actual reasoning for why some people play Dragoon this weekend?
I
'Cause I
think it
didn't-
is
I
literally
didn't-
just.
Yeah.
I think it is just a
it's-
case of everyone. They were expecting more people to be potentially maining Droll than siding it,
Yeah.
and this is just the best thing they can really do through a Droll.
Yeah.
It's
Like, most of the time
true.
anyway.
it's understandable.
I mean,
'cause-
Yeah, it's the best thing you can do through a draw. It's just weird that they expected that to be the.
No, the
to
best
be
thing you do
case.
through Droll is pass on Kikinagishi Future and then just
True,
play
you
next
can
turn.
die.
you're not
You
dead.
No,
can't
I mean,
die.
it's
Like, what are they
impossible.
gonna do?
Will you win? Probably not, but you won't die.
Yeah, exactly. But it's
Yeah.
the same thing. If you summon Dragoon, you're not going to win, but you're not going to die.
Nah,
so
nah,
why
I mean,
not just take
Dragoon,
the...
Dragoon
might
is
just
good to
win.
draw, right?
Yeah, you
Like,
might just win.
the thing
You
is,
might
like,
win. You might
your
win.
deck is always good if you're playing Dragoon if you don't draw any of the 3 cards, right? It's always
Oh, yeah,
better
yeah.
with Dragoon than without, assuming you never draw any
Yeah.
of the 3 bricks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's just like
The
an
problem
extra
is that, you know,
Fair.
a real games of
The-
Yu-Gi-Oh, you draw the 3 picks.
Dark Magician.
Of course.
This
Red
wasn't
Eyes
a
Black
personal
Dragon.
attack on the list. I just said it because I know you hate it.
It's not correct. Just, I'm not having it. Anyways,
I would like to
continuing
think-
on. Let's...
Like, I would just like to think that, like, the best version of Drytron that you could possibly build doesn't have to have Dragoon, but if some people thought that that was the case, then
Yeah.
maybe I'm wrong. I haven't looked into it like that much anyway.
Yeah.
But it's just a
yeah.
turn off seeing it in some deck lists, honestly. Because who wants to play Dragoon?
I think there's definitely a better approach in terms of if you want to go the Dragoon route or a secondary engine route to like play through hand traps and still set up disruptions. I don't think it's per se horrible, but like there's definitely ways to optimize that list.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure. Looking at that list, there was a couple of things I didn't really like about it, so I essentially didn't
Ah.
settle
know
on
if-
that. So
I don't know if even the math backs it, because you're playing something in the main deck, adding an extra, what is it, 5 cards to the main deck? Do they play 45 rather than 40?
I mean, the Dragoon is 3. What's the adds more
Yeah.
cards is actually pre-prep. I think pre-prep is a more relevant
Yeah.
part of the list in Dragoon when you
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah,
like
pre-prep
you-
is also a bit underwhelming for me, I think. Like,
yeah,
I don't
I
like
found the same
pre-prep.
thing. I didn't like pre-prep at all
I mean, it's
either.
insane when it resolves. Like, you win.
Yeah.
But it's
But
play,
again,
you play so
you're
many
playing
bricks
Drytron.
for it. You play so
You're
many bricks for it.
resolving a winning combo anyways, even without
Yeah.
pre-prep.
Oh, also another thing, people like refuse to play 3 gamma. No idea why.
I don't
They
understand.
just
I mean, the
refuse.
best. I love that. Like, the best Drytron cards are the names, are not the ritual.
Yeah,
Because the ritual monsters
exactly.
don't do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't get it.
Yeah, both Rytrons or gas. That's just the way forward.
Yeah, I like
Anyways.
I'll guess 12 names. Just
Yeah,
Just
I think
combo
the,
and smile.
I think all gas is definitely the best way to go in Drytron.
Yeah. It's less of you better have it and more of I don't care if you have it, right?
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
The names are
Alright,
also the best way to play to draw.
Yes, also.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
they are.
course.
They are. Because like the rank 1 is
Yeah.
the best way to beat Joe. So like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
play more.
Because you just pass on like the rank 1 and the big ritual guy and
Mhm.
just vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Let's talk more about the event in general and the remote YCS. What were people's thoughts on the event before we got to play it? Just general thoughts when it was
so
announced.
I think it was like an overall consensus between everyone in the world that Tri Brigade was going to be the most played deck, right? Like nobody thought otherwise.
Yeah. I think
Nobody
it was
thought
Tri Brigade.
otherwise, right?
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
Tri Brigade was the best. I thought it would be a bigger margin than it was, to be honest.
It's
Yeah,
probably
me
like
too.
yeah.
Me too.
300.
You say that, but like
Yeah.
People-
the rate the amount of Tri Brigade variants in Top Cut here compared to the Americas is like remarkable. There's a huge difference between the number of top in Tri Brigades here.
Wait, how many are still left in America?
I don't know the top
but
16.
One,
but-
but 4 top 32.
Wait, 1 Tri Brigade is left in top 16?
Oh, no, for Striker. I don't know the Tri Brigade numbers.
Oh, okay. I
Tri-
thought Sam was talking about Tri Brigade. Sam, were you talking about Tri Brigade or Striker?
I was. Did we say
Yeah.
Striker? Oh, sorry.
Nah,
Yeah, Gabe
Nah,
just had a
it's only my
Brazilian
fault.
moment.
Okay.
Nah. All right, I have a reasoning. It's because the thing that makes the difference of the numbers of Tri Brigade is the Striker variants.
Yep.
Because EU had 0
Yeah.
and Striker had 4. So I was like, I thought one thing that I guess you could explain it is that if NA had more strikers, Striker has a good Tri Brigade matchup and one could knock up the other. I also think that it's cuffed because it's top 32, but there's like 50 people with topping records.
Yes.
So a lot of it goes to tiebreakers. I don't like
Yeah,
placing too much
that's
weight
also
on
true.
breakdowns.
Yeah.
I feel like
I think it was that for almost all regions. Only in South America all X2 stopped. Only in South America.
Really? Are they
Yeah,
on top there?
yeah.
That's
South America,
crazy.
in Central America as well. They're both
Oh,
same.
really?
Yeah, in Central America, South America, all X2 stopped. Actually, a couple of X2 ones also made it.
But
It's
they were
kind of
allowed.
annoying that
Wow.
it's been like over 2 years since this has been a known problem
Yes.
of topping records. Like what previously have been safe topping records, and Gabriel's
Yeah.
pulling a face because he's been shafted with this a few times.
I see.
If you like on X2, you've done like pretty well at an event.
You've gone
Yeah.
To me, there's
9-2
no
on
reason why you
average.
shouldn't at least get some form of prizing, even if you don't get into like the top cut thing. But it's still like still somewhat annoying that Konami haven't addressed it. But
Yeah.
Do you guys think it's like? Do you guys think the play to deal with this is like to add one more round, or to extend the top cut to top 64, or to like do UDS format, or what?
The
I-
play is definitely an extra round. Like if you go for a competitive
Yeah.
standpoint. Like, don't
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
that
just
was
an extra
discussed.
round in the top 32, right? Just extra round
Yeah,
in
but
the
I
top
don't.
32.
I don't think they'll ever do that because
No,
new
because of
events are
timing
made to
issues.
finish.
Yeah.
The sooner they finish, the better for Konami.
Yeah.
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 And
I
I-
think
Yeah.
I would settle for top 64, but I'm also not a fan of top 64.
But top 64
Because
is the
Top
then-
same
64
problem, right?
just gives you the same problem with
Yeah.
like now
Yeah.
some X3's top, so is X3
No, but
Yeah.
it's also
Yeah,
just
and
it's not just that. It also just becomes infinitely easier to top the event.
Yeah, nah, and people that like you don't have a reward from going well in Swiss. Like
Yeah.
like I don't know, you can do a Harmonin. Like you can go 11-0, then if it's 64, you can lose to a fucking X3-1 guy. Like
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. You're not meant to lose to someone that's like had an X3-1
Yeah.
record in Top Cut. No, no, no.
Nah.
I think
But it
X2 is like a good benchmark.
it should be hard to
Yeah.
still top a YCS, but going X2 to YCS is very hard in the first place.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
should
given how
be a topping
volatile
record
Yu-Gi-Oh
regardless
is, yeah.
of what the situation
I
is.
think when like a couple X2s went out, it was like okay
Fine,
when you're hitting like
right?
14,
Yeah.
15. It's like okay, it happens. But the issue now that is
Yeah.
like most X2s are
20,
getting out.
like 20
Yeah.
to
Yeah, it
30
started-
X2s don't top.
I think it
out of, like,
started around
40 or
2018.
50.
It started
Yeah.
around
There's
2018.
it's also the
Like,
rise of
YCS
draws in
Milan.
Yu-Gi-Oh. It's
Yeah,
another
Yeah.
issue.
that's a
Exactly.
big issue.
Yeah,
There's
the
so
time
many
rules
draws
definitely haven't
nowadays.
helped. Yeah,
I feel
There's the time
like
rules, and there's people IDing on last round. I mean,
Yeah.
sorry,
yeah,
not IDing,
Well,
drawing.
I don't know if this was
tactical
Uh,
drawing.
Going to art school. Yes.
Yeah, they do the evil Mormons. Yeah,
Uh,
I'm gonna draw cards.
I think that personally, I don't go into time all that much when I'm not playing a deck like Striker. So I do get the feeling that a lot of the people getting draws are playing against decks which are more likely to cause draws rather than people actually, or
think it's
people actually
50-50.
just being quite slow
It's
playing.
50-50.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
it doesn't have to be malicious. Some decks, yeah.
Yeah.
Some
Oh no,
decks
no, no,
need
no!
time.
I don't. I'm not
Some
saying
decks
it's
don't.
malicious or anything, but I think it is a problem of there are decks in this game that cause draws to be had, and they always end
Yeah.
up going to top cut because some guy played against Mine Geist or something in round 4 and got cheesed into a draw because he didn't see a twin until the 30th card in his deck,
Mine Ghost
or
is a
something like
quick
that.
Deck, though. It's a quick deck.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Mine Ghost is
It's
really
really
it
quick.
takes 16
If they-
turns of a direct
these-
attack
Yeah,
with
but you're just
500
passing.
attack.
You're just passing. You're not like actually doing anything. You're just like pass, and then they're dead. Like it's great.
it's
Like
you're a
literally just final countdown,
Yeah, it's
but
great.
quicker.
You make it sound so easy.
it is.
Wow.
Smell seek.
Melisy punch and shuffle.
Yeah.
Smile.
Yeah.
But,
But I think it's a
wait.
mixture of things. I think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players overthink things quite a bit, and that causes them to like. I know several Yu-Gi-Oh players that overthink things in their head so much and go into time more than they should directly because of it. And
No names.
yeah, no
But
names.
Wait, on the
of course.
contrary, Sam, you underthink, right?
Maybe if you talk more,
Oh,
you could have Ash and
I-
Alpha.
I remember in a feature match last weekend, Shadow
Yeah,
Fusion
yeah.
was
this guy
activated.
activated
You said,
Shadow
yeah.
Fusion.
You went, yep,
Okay.
yep,
Very
okay.
good.
Then you look at the
No
action
fusion.
hand and it's just there.
all right. That's factually correct.
Yeah.
I made a mistake, but in general,
Sam,
okay.
Sam,
Say-
there's no coming back.
Yeah,
There's no
I
coming
know.
back.
But, like-
Because then he Ash Nova.
yeah, I got rewarded,
It
didn't
was the correct play, guys.
No,
he
it
Ash
wasn't.
Nova instead, and his opponent
He
had
had
no plays. It was
He had
correct.
strike.
Oh, what's it called? So I don't know if this happened to you guys too this weekend, but I played a 35-minute round. As in the entire round was only 35 minutes long. And I only
Really?
found this out
Jesus.
yesterday.
Wait, like
Yeah.
all of the games in
Yeah,
your
no,
pod
this,
finished in
like,
35
really?
minutes?
No, it's in the timer was only set for 35 minutes.
Oh,
What?
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I only learnt this yesterday, because Seb told me. But yeah, because I played Seb round 7, I think. And our match, they just didn't tell us when the round was starting. And then
Sure.
they were like, "Oh, you can start now." And then the timer just ended in like 35 minutes after that, and we got a draw because of it. And then yeah,
I'm saying.
that was my round 7 smile.
Because your day wasn't going well enough.
Exactly, because my dealt.
Yeah.
I was X2 at this point, But still, that's bad. But
Yeah, I don't think
I
it was
mean, I
hopping
think-
at that point, regardless.
I think overall though, YCS was handled pretty well, right?
Yeah.
From what I
Oh,
saw.
Yeah.
it wasn't
than
that bad.
expected.
It was
Yeah,
better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it
Gabriel
was like the
missed
first 2 rounds. The first. Two
I
rounds
mean,
were
I
like
guess
a
it depends
nightmare.
on who you ask. If you ask Tim, he'll tell you the event was
No,
ran
yeah.
to
really
be honest,
poorly.
Yeah, of
Tim's
course.
was his fault.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
his
he,
fault.
put, he put the wrong Cossy ID.
Yeah. But
Oh, okay, yeah, that's his
But I
fault.
was surprised because the round one started at what, like 9:30?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
I
started
wasn't
pretty
expecting
promptly.
that. I was expecting to be like a 10:30-11 type of thing.
No, so like round one started on time, but then like the first 2 rounds just took like 4 hours, right?
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
There-
But then
There were,
after
like-
that, it started running quite smoothly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So I
shows-
think that's just mostly a YCS
But
thing.
yeah, it's
The
always
first
like
two rounds
that.
Yeah,
YCS,
it is.
right?
Yeah.
always take
Uh-huh.
forever, right? Because there's so many players still in, and then once you get to the second, third round, people start dropping like flies, so it becomes a lot easier to manage.
Big shout outs to Raid and Trade. Like they do a
Yeah,
very
definitely.
good job
They've
with
been
those
doing
rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been handling
You
their model season pretty well anyway.
Yeah,
It's so
You can
hard
tell
to
they've-
do.
yeah.
They know their things.
Sure.
It's all automated.
Sure.
The rounds felt short. Like after round 3, they felt shorter than YCS rounds.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
true actually.
Yeah.
you can tell
They-
they've like learnt a lot during this pandemic
Yeah.
and doing
Yeah.
remote duel stuff, and they've implemented like every sort of little
Yeah, I
improvement
also
that they
think-
could have from each extravaganza. Like, and the YCS was such a smooth experience.
Yeah, felt normal.
Yeah, I also think the
Yeah.
European YCS was the smoothest from what I heard.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've
makes
heard
sense.
things about South America.
Yeah, I've heard things about.
Of
Dude,
course.
even the North American YCS, like there were some pods that had like that were still on round 2 when others were on round 4, something crazy like that.
Oh,
We
yeah.
had-
Yeah.
I know Tristan's
Yeah.
pod because I saw him sit down for a game as I'd finished mine. I think I
Yeah.
beat someone in like 10 minutes. He sat down to do his next round after I'd barely started my
Yeah.
my round before him.
Yeah.
I feel
Wait,
like,
so he
I
said
feel like
one
they
round
kind of
ahead of
sorted
everyone.
themselves out though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's fine. If like one of them is slightly ahead because it's going faster, it's fine. They
But
should
that's
one of
fine.
them
It just means they're
massively
getting
delayed.
sorted, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
I guess it helps
I
that you
just-
can see all the calls that
Yeah.
still have 2 people in them,
Yeah.
and the judges can go in
Yeah.
immediately and go,
Yeah.
"What's going on? We nearly
yeah,
done?"
Exactly.
And like
Yeah.
get things
And you
sorted
have to like
pretty
walk
quickly
around
rather
the
than
venue and
hunting.
stuff and like make sure
Yeah.
everyone's handed their steps
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was pretty.
Yeah,
it was like
no.
smooth.
I would
I
I would play it
Yeah.
again, especially under the circumstances we had as a team, especially.
Oh,
I'd definitely
for
play
sure.
again.
Oh,
Definitely
yeah.
play again.
Yeah, I'd
Uh,
probably
It
have.
Yeah.
would be way more. It would be different if it was at home, but like with
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
around, oh, it was so much
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you guys had like a special experience compared to
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
other people because
Yeah.
it like
I
felt
guess-
more social.
I guess we should explain, right? Because people don't necessarily
Yeah.
know.
People aren't aware. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we ended up actually doing like a LAN party of sorts at one of our friends' house. Should we give the name or?
No,
Probably
Nah,
not.
okay,
mysterious,
sure.
mysterious.
Sure.
serious.
Sure.
Mysterious
Um,
friend.
Serious
GDPR.
GDPR.
Yeah,
I went-
exactly.
it was the first time the team had invited me and I had a fucking blast. It was so fun.
Hash
All the way from
Amazing.
Oman, yes, of course.
The
Straight up
pool, the
Oman.
gym. No, but seriously
The
though,
pool
right?
too.
Like, it was almost
The
like
pool
I was
too.
there for the first 2 rounds because Gabe would like
Yeah.
keep coming annoying me.
Everyone was
Yeah,
playing. I needed to scream
yeah.
at someone.
It was just nice being around with
Yeah, it
the
was
whole
just really
team
nice.
again.
Like, especially like when Gabe and Sam like won their last round of Swiss.
Exactly,
They, like, locked
yeah.
in, and it's just like
Oh mate,
Just
Just the
Gabriel
experience of
Gabriel won his
Like,
game
Gabe got
before
bullied
mine.
into being thrown into the pool, right?
yeah,
True,
No,
I
he
was-
jumped.
I was
Gabe
bullied.
jumped.
I was
Gabe
bullied. Nah, I was bullied.
bullied. Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I
but,
was-
but you jumped.
I was
You
bullied.
jumped.
didn't you?
We didn't
I
pitch. We didn't
jumped. I
pitch.
willingly
Oh, on the topic of your guys' weekend, I heard somebody did an oopsie with their ankle.
Yeah.
oh
jumped.
Yep. Yep, someone did an oopsie.
Um,
Alex, do you want to explain that?
I may or may not have ended up in A&E. I just like got out of a pool and I like caught it on a tile.
Yeah.
It was
The putt was like, yeah.
yeah, it was pretty. It wasn't actually that bad. Oh god, Hash. It wasn't that bad. Like when I looked at it, when I was in A&E and I looked at it, I was like, that's not that bad. But like in the moment, I was like, that's pretty deep. But
Yeah. I mean, when I looked at it, it was like it's like 2 centimeters across, and it was like
Yeah.
into the skin. So I was
Yeah.
just like, yeah, you should probably go
yeah,
get this
probably should
checked
probably
out.
get it checked out.
Shouts
was
to
moral support.
shouts to Tristan for bringing out the first aid kit and not
Yeah.
knowing what to do.
And-
Shouts to me for being in the bathroom at the time and having Gabriel
Yep.
come terrorize me like, Marty, we need help.
We need Dr.
Oh, and
Marty.
shout and
God
and
knows
shout
what
outs
Marty
to Tim
was doing
for
during
being
that
with
time.
him in A&E.
True.
Tim was your
was
Tim was your
hero.
ride or die.
Tim
was
was
the
the
hero.
hero.
Costa, I denied, but he offered, and that's what matters.
Yeah,
course.
Tim's a real one.
Yeah, Tim did bits.
Tim also did all the cleaning this weekend as well.
I cleaned in the morning. I woke up
Yeah, I
before
did a
all
little
of you
bit.
on
Fair enough.
morning.
I did a little bit, but
How about
Tim started
did
on
better.
Friday. Tim started cleaning on Friday.
Because we were
Literally,
making a mess
so-
from Friday.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
also
but, like-
ran to find the dog when
Oh,
all of you
yeah,
were
true.
sleeping.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I
I
forgot.
think, no, I think it's reasonable if like Gabe and Sam don't do any cleaning because they have top privilege, no?
Oh,
Wait,
true.
right.
They have top player
Sam
privilege.
doesn't
of
get
course.
privilege. That's
Yeah,
not
just
all
Sam
of
doesn't
us,
get the
no.
privilege.
No.
He's not
On the
last.
Saturday night, I saw in another Discord that Gabriel said, "Oh, Sam's claimed the bed." And so I went, "Why is he in the bed? He doesn't deserve it. He hasn't topped." And then
Oh no.
and then I was on the floor because Betty, crippled himself.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Unlucky.
You know what? That was the first time I got a bed that weekend.
Was it?
Bro, I slept in the tent the whole weekend. Everyone keeps making fun of me because
Yeah, no,
I sent a
Gabe keeps
picture on
like waking up
Saturday.
taking pictures
Bro,
from
I
the
had
tent,
to-
and everyone's
nah,
like,
do you know what
Gabe,
it
what's
was?
going on?
You know what it was? I had to be in the tent because people kept snoring, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like, am I just allowed to bait people out? Am I allowed to just bait people
True.
out? Like,
Uh-huh.
fucking
Sam,
Sam,
for starters.
Sam,
For
fucking
slander.
loud. But Leon.
Oh no!
Oh my
no.
God.
Leon, we all
We
love you,
love
but
you.
it's
We
a
love
rough
you,
one.
Leon.
We love you,
But
Leon,
it's
but
a
It's
rough
an
one.
issue. It's an issue.
there was a reason I was not there in the morning.
Oh no!
Oh god.
I walked into because when we were doing my deck profile in the gym, we abandoned it quite
Oh, yeah.
quickly because
Oh,
England
yeah,
scored
yeah.
just as we
Oh,
were finishing up.
Yeah.
So I went to get in the morning, and Abid and Mutassim were sleeping on the floor of it for some reason, and they were already
yeah.
awake at this point. And I think as I walked in, Abid was going, "Bruh, Leon snores."
Oh my god, I'm
no.
dead.
Oh, no.
I'm dead.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
no.
Oh,
You
no.
left him out to dry.
Oh my god,
Sorry,
Oh
Leon.
my god.
bro, that's what Sunday night? Sunday night was it?
That was Monday
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah, Monday
Yeah.
morning, Sunday night.
No, Sunday night mid deck profile.
Oh
England
my
scores, and then
Nah, 'cause
everyone
Sam
just
walked
Yeah.
watches it.
like
No, it was
10
at the end.
minutes.
No, no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. Nah, spoilers.
Nah,
don't talk about
nice.
that. Don't talk about the
we
deck
don't talk about
profiles.
it.
No, but that's
Oh,
all.
those
that's
are
all.
quality.
That's all we got.
That's
we
all.
got.
Yeah, no,
That's all we got.
Sam's deck
Okay.
profile, like I've seen it. It's not
Yeah.
released on the channel yet, but I've seen it because Gabe showed me, and like it's genuinely so like randomly just chaotic for no reason. I don't get it.
It's very in keeping with Sam's character. That's
Exactly.
It is. It is.
Oh, so
It
Gabriel
has as
told
much
me.
logic as Sam topping.
Oh, come on.
You know what? I can't really argue against that for some reason. It's difficult.
true.
No,
I'll
but
never
like you would like on paper, right? You'd hear this. Okay, Sam has a deck profile in the gym. Gabe has a deck profile in the pool. Like, just by hearing these two things, you imagine Gabe's profile is like way more chaotic. No.
No,
Gabe's
no,
deck
no.
profile is like randomly just like way too peaceful actually, and then
Just
Sam is
peaceful.
just like the combined chaos of both.
It is.
It's so funny.
It really is. It really is.
No, it's pink.
We're gonna post them on
That'd be-
the
I'm
after
looking
we
forward
we
to
Once
both
it.
lose
once
top
the event's
16.
done, I'll have those out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I think it was Calvin Tahan that posted his list as soon as he topped, and then he got absolutely dicked in top 32 of an event, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
true.
remember
Okay,
that, I
I know
remember
what you're
that,
talking about.
yeah,
I
yeah.
remember.
I remember that.
Was
That
it
funny.
was this during Calvin Tahan's ABC era or
It
Yeah,
was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was an
Oh,
ABC
yeah,
song,
yeah.
but-
Oh, which one? All of them. But-
Oh, yeah, I remember
no.
this. I thought you were saying he topped this event. I'm like, what the fuck?
Nah,
No.
do you guys know about like the copy
Wait.
pasta where he basically said YCS Chicago was gonna be his last run with the deck?
Yes, yeah.
And
Yeah.
and then he
Yes.
gets third place. It's so funny.
Oh, speaking of copy pastas from this weekend, can we talk about the
Ah,
Sky Striker one? That's my
I haven't
favorite.
seen this striker one.
Yeah, so a
haven't
certain
seen
Sky
it.
It's on
Striker
Twitter.
player
It's
who may
Gabriel.
or may not be
it's-
of Canadian origin, may or may have not said a really funny copy pasta about what Sky Strikers results this weekend, comparing it like between the two regions, Europe and North America, may have been.
Yeah.
And like for those who don't know, and I think like 4 strikers topped in North America and then 0 topped in
Yeah.
EU.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something crazy like that. I still don't get why Striker didn't top in EU. Deck's like not. I don't think the deck's bad.
I think
I
the
think,
a
I think
lot
it's somewhere
of-
in between. It's not
Yeah.
EU striker that's 0 tops. It's also not like 4 tops for NA. I think it should be where Salomon Great is, but 2 people top with
Yeah.
Salah somehow.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the best deck, but I think it's better than like half the decks that topped.
I think a
Yeah,
lot
exactly.
I think a lot of people try to play it like they used to. You know, they when
Yeah.
just before they like probably stopped playing due to COVID, they were playing triple engage. They were playing privilege Yu-Gi-Oh, and now they're having to adapt to, you know, Master Rule 5 Yu-Gi-Oh and one engage, and you know, I just think there's way too much they'd have to adapt to, and a lot of the like named players I saw in Top Cut and making day 2, were playing like pure like tri brigade variants. So
Yeah.
I can't think of any named player in Europe that played Sky Striker.
Yeah.
Neither can
I
I.
don't think any.
I think
I didn't
the
see
other
that.
thing, just in extension to like Sam's point about Sky Striker and how different it plays to like the previous version of the deck. Like Sky Striker previously, like played its own sort of game, and it like sure you had to know matchups, but like it wasn't so much as it is now, where you have to know every single matchup and know how to gain value out of every single card. It basically plays essentially the same as like Ryan Yu's banned card version of the deck. Like when Engage was banned, it plays very similarly to that, I think, where it requires you to know the matchup, know where to use your low value cards the best, to get the best value out of them. A bit like Paolo's like Eldritch Zoo deck as well. I think that requires like, one, it requires a really deep understanding of the format, and two, I think it requires quite a closed-end format as well, which this event really wasn't going into it, at least, where there was
Striker
like 6
would
to 7
definitely be
different
better.
matchups to where like this current format we were looking at like 6 to 7 different matchups to prepare for, and like that's not exactly viable.
No, that's
in the
not how
time
it's
frame
done.
that we had.
It's like doable. It's like doable, but Sky Striker would definitely prefer it if it was more close end for sure.
If it was like
like
2 or 3
3
decks where you had a lot of time, where you had enough time to sort of develop those matchups and meta games and all that stuff. If you had the
First
time to
event of the
develop those
format,
matchups and optimize them, then you'd be doing really well with Striker, I think. But
Yeah,
at
I mean,
the
this is
current
the
moment-
first event of the format.
Yeah,
so,
also that's like a big thing.
I think it'll get better over time, like during the format. I think it and
Yeah.
Salamanca should get better in theory over the course of the format.
Of course.
Striker has some bad matchups that are like not really solvable, which is
Yeah, it's also polarizing.
It's
Yeah,
very polarizing. Like Virtual World is horrible. Bracket
is horrible.
very
Horrid.
bad. Bro, polymerization 2 kids, you go like, I have
yeah,
no
but
You can't win,
not
like,
many
you
people are
literally
playing
can't win.
poly, right? No,
I've
not
seen,
many
I've
people
seen,
are playing.
I've seen a bunch of polys. I'm most
some-
of the top this week in our poly lists.
The ones in
South
the ones
American
in
one, at least.
the South American ones had poly in them. Yeah.
I won't talk about the European one.
The European one didn't play poly.
Oh, sure. Okay, I was gonna say, are
we
we gonna
didn't-
talk about the other one?
We didn't see the European one. But the
North
I didn't see
American
the NA one as well. There's only
Yeah,
one
me
in NA.
neither.
I think Pranks was so underrepresented. I think that deck's way
Yeah.
better than people give it
Yeah.
credit.
I think it's way better
I think
than
it's like probably it's one of the best decks of the
I
format.
did try
like,
it,
by far.
but I did try it in the lead up to it, but I was like, I definitely just don't know what I'm
hate
doing
playing
with it.
prank kids.
I just don't.
Yeah,
know
no,
what
like
I'm
the
doing.
problem with Prankage
I don't
isn't
think
that
I'm
like
getting punished by myself. Like,
like you know
It's a
what to
very
do turn
difficult
one.
deck to pilot.
You know what to
Yeah.
do turn one, but after turn one, it's just like a struggle.
Yeah,
You need to like actually.
And
think.
Yeah.
Boring. It's so boring.
yeah, I agree with that.
It has one line of play. I complain about Tri Brigade having 2. Bracket has 1. You normal the kid. If it resolves, you do X. If not, you pass. And next turn.
Yeah.
You normal the kid again.
We'll
Like,
try
yeah,
again, boys.
it
We'll
works.
try again.
It works, but it's not exactly nice.
Yeah.
What surprised
Fair enough.
what surprised me a lot about this weekend was how undiverse the European event was compared to a lot of the others.
I'm not
I mean,
surprised about that though.
I think
But
Tri Brigade was very well represented in Europe,
Yeah.
which made it like become like this one deck. Because
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of people play Tri Brigade.
I don't
a lot
know.
of
The
good
diversity
players
with the
play
Gravekeeper decks, that was out there. But yeah.
Sometimes a Royal Tribute you, sometimes a Red Ice.
He rolled tributed me for 0. That was a pog moment. I can't lie.
It confuses
Royal
me.
Tribute
Though.
for zero.
It confuses me because, like, in theory, right? Sure, Tribigate is the most popular deck, but then that means that like people should be avoiding playing Tribigate because the meta is like horrible. There's actually just
People-
no way.
People just don't go that far in their thought process, right, Sam?
Well,
What is the point that the mirror match isn't particularly
Yeah,
great?
mirror matches.
the mirror
Yeah.
the meta
matches.
is like uncontrollable. There's like actually like very little you can do about
Yeah.
whether or not you win
Yeah.
the meta match.
Because
I
like
think
very
that,
lucky.
yeah, go ahead.
if you don't get hand trapped in that deck, your opponent normally only has 2 ways to get a Tri Brigade on field. And if you don't get
Yeah.
hand trapped, you are going to have double Dragon Lords and you're going to have Revolt. So there are only 2
Yeah.
ways of getting it on field. Is going to be backed up by an Apollo And because it only takes like 1 or 2 cards to actually get that in the first place, you've got potentially 3 hand traps or other strong interrupts that you can use to stop your opponent doing anything.
I think it's quite a lot like the old Orcust mirrors where like if they went IP Babel, there was just no real way to break that in a mirror match.
Yeah.
So you had to
you have to play preventatively, but then it also becomes a matter of like who has the better hand at the end of the
day. Because I think
theory,
that's just a symptom of like mid-range matchups where you don't actually have a lot of time to like wait on your opponent and play reactive.
Yeah, a lot of mirror matches are actually just terrible. A lot of mirror matches in this format are just terrible.
Unless you're just better than your opponent, you know.
Yeah, like a lot of...
Shut up, Gib.
A lot of my mirrors over the weekend, having played Tri Brigade myself, boiled down to my opponent summoned a rescue cat and I effect veiled it, and they went step one pass.
You're not a player. You play because you play the playable list.
So,
I mean, but it also makes sense. Like that, in a way, that's like Sam getting rewarded for not playing rescue cat.
Yeah, definitely.
We're gonna cut that out, right?
Yeah, probably cut out the veil a bit as well.
I mean, I figured it's fine because his deck was on feature, but maybe not.
Everyone's gonna know. I know, like one thing I think, like I was trying to hide information, but the other way, there's 3 weeks. Every game is on stream, so the only one that matters is their top 16 opponent. Their top 16 opponent.
Yeah, literally everyone knows Gabe is playing Dragoonity. Yeah. Everyone knows Gabe is playing Dragoonity.
Everyone knows Gabe is playing Dragoonity.
Free Rebus.
Yeah.
Free Rebus.
3 Ravine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glow,
Mistelian,
Glow, Mistletoe, Gabe Dirk, Atom, all of
Baby Rock.
Gabe Dirk.
Baby Rock. 2 Baby Rock. Double Crystal
Rock.
Dude,
when you pissed it back, you wanna have Baby Rock.
Sephiroth. Insane.
Oh, I can't be fucked with this, man. All right, let's move on. So, let's talk about. So we've talked a bit about Tri Brigade. Let's talk about Dragon Link, which is what Gabriel decided to play.
There's nothing to really talk about, is there?
Earlier, Gabe said that like he thinks Pranked is underrated. I think Dragon Link is like very underrated. Like it has no LP, but like it has like 1 striker. So like turn 3 is like extremely hard now. You actually need to like play perfectly. There is no just like striker, recharge your red MD, and just a bunch of monsters make Boral Sword and win.
And just mash with Boral Sword.
At the high proficiency rate, you are genuinely comfortable playing into any deck this format other than like Drytron.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it suffered the same thing as what Striker did, and people tried to play it like it used to be played.
Yes, for sure, 100%. Like everyone going for Remus is just a sign of people trying to replicate what LP did.
Yes.
Are you shit talking my list?
Disciples in-house drama.
I think Dragon Link just has no representation.
Yeah. Also, how many?
Everyone just dropped it.
How many entered this weekend?
Yeah.
Another thing that's like very relevant, right? Tri Brigade is the most popular deck. Tri Brigade ends on Rugel, and you have Quad Boro in your extra deck.
Quad Boro. I've summoned so many Quad Boros this weekend. It's so funny.
That card is literally just game winning in the mirror. I got so upset when Gabriel did it to me in testing.
Yeah,
Sam's like,
Sam's like, he has one
Quad Boro on a Rugel is just game. It's 8,000 damage.
Yeah.
It's more than 8,000 damage.
That's fucked. That's fucked.
It's like 4,000 damage plus whatever Chaos Ruler hits.
Yeah, I think Gabriel's on the other side of the bracket to me, and
Disciples final?
I don't want to get
Disciples final?
I don't want to get
If you haven't used Tracer Effect, it's game because you just make insane.
I've done it a lot.
It's fine. Just ask Shadow Fusion this time.
Wait,
and then
is Trophy top 4?
You know, a certain Brazilian player nets would say that this is not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence.
It's not a coincidence.
You just have to win. You both just have to win at least 2 matches, right? Because we need trophies for the trophy cabinet.
Nah, I need 3 because I need a YCS bag.
Oh,
Yeah,
true.
correct.
True.
I know. I need a
Sam
second
is the only one with a bag.
Second one. 1 for each shoulder for Sam.
I mean, honestly, if I win a second one, I'm going to do content where I put my old bag in my new bag and go, what was in the YCS bag, Sam? Oh, it's another YCS bag.
Another
YCS bag. It's another YCS bag.
Imagine showing up to locals and Sam just goes like,
by the way,
these are my deck boxes I felt I needed to bring today, and this one's for my binder and mat.
What's like the funniest deck you guys have seen that like made it like relatively far into the tournament? Because there's an Ignister list in one of the YCSs that doesn't play Silent Mining, and it's in top 8.
The Raid Raptor one. The Raid Raptor one.
Oh, from the
Raid Raptor as well.
I want to see the Dino lists. but
Yeah, I wanna
I
see the
played
ones.
Mech Knight Orcust round 9.
No, Magnet Orcus is in top 16 in the NA1.
No,
It's
but
in top
not this opponent, not
Oh,
this
sorry,
player.
sorry. Yeah, mine is not Mech Knight Orcust. Mine is sorry, it's Mech Knight. Period.
I think I just
Point.
I
Bro, the
literally
trap with Indigo is like 2 negates.
Yeah, he doesn't get that.
Imagine,
far, though.
imagine my opponent went Gears when I'm like, I had no response. I'm like, I might just die, and he sends
Yeah,
Rogue
you do.
Legacy Whispers, and I'm like,
Panic.
I pulled
Sweats.
my phone, I opened Neuron, and I'm like, what? I've never seen this card. Never. I literally never read this card in my life.
I played against the blind second Mech Knights when I was still on XO in the first day, and that was interesting. But I literally played against meta for the rest of the day.
I played Tri Brigade the whole day.
Apart
like
from my
Fortran.
Gravekeeper opponents, nothing else really.
I played against an Inferno Ball main decking Kaijus and Dark Cooler no more. That was interesting.
Oh,
That is
But other than
interesting.
that, yeah. That was all.
You chose up and you chose die roll matchups.
yeah,
Like,
Yep.
I'm gonna throw some dice.
Yep.
combo.
Yep, combo.
I don't really know what else there is to talk about, like, about the event.
Is there any sort of thoughts on like the
Certain-
format moving forward? I'm sure we've discussed in like quite a lot of like detail like what we think moving forward for
So-
certain decks, but just in general, just for the
No, so,
format
like,
and
I
like
think in,
upcoming
like-
events even.
So like, there's the LCS next week. So I don't think much will change. I think Tri Brigade will still be the most represented deck. I actually think like until the end of this format, it's going to be very hard for Tri Brigade to not be the most represented
Yeah.
deck.
Yes.
Agreed.
I think people just adapt to it. Everyone's gonna start playing more Veil or more Emperor.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
Maybe
People
Lancia
will
could
still,
make
people will
a
still
way.
play more Tri Brigade than anything else. I think.
yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Maybe
I mean,
Lancia
just
makes
the
its
deck
way
is-
back into the format.
Yeah, I feel like
It's
Tri
not
Brigade
super great anyway.
Tri-Brigade sort of jumped into contention because it's such... Well, people initially wanted to play loads of hand traps because Drytron is just Drytron. And Tri-Brigade's such a small engine that recurs itself that it was a nice...
It can just do that, yeah.
like a nice deck choice. And I feel like Tri's just fitted into a niche made just because people need to play so many hand traps to counter a deck that isn't the best deck.
I feel like I heard this in Sam's deck profile.
Yeah, probably. Sounds about something. I don't
This
remember. England was scoring. Football was meant to
scoring.
come
Yeah,
home.
Yeah.
Sunday's a bit of a blur for me.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
putting the Mardy video on tape.
I'm putting that in this
Oh
video.
god. Let's
No,
not
that
talk about
needs.
that.
There's a moment like 20 minutes before this that I mentioned it. That's the perfect time to just add it.
Yeah.
No,
Just put it in now as well.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be
true.
the new sub thing.
Your
Also-
face cam
also-
is going to be entirely replaced by a loop of that gif.
Yes, 100%. Not just one of them,
Also-
like 3 of them.
Also, this
Three
is
of
also the
them.
perfect moment to put a picture of Henry reading the 10th instructions.
Yes.
Oh, true.
10th instruction.
That is also a very universal reaction. We
Yeah,
got like,
thanks-
a whole bunch
thanks,
of good
editor,
reaction
man.
images.
I don't know. I feel like we could see more prank kids this LCS personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
I'm
prank kids is going to be
maybe.
well represented.
I am
I would hope
surprised.
not. I would hope not, but maybe. Yeah.
I'm,
Why? Why?
I
I'm
think what
very
we're hoping
surprised.
is that's like the bad ending for the format, right? Where everyone's playing prank kids.
God, that's so.
No,
No,
Could
it can
you imagine?
no, it can happen, but like the bracket mirror is horrible. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the bad
Yeah.
ending.
I mean, so is a Tri Brigade mirror, I guess.
yeah.
The
That's
problem
fine.
with the Tri-Brigade
No one's gonna be
mirror is,
playing
like-
Dragon Link anyway. I'm gonna be a one trick for the rest of the farm.
It's okay.
Gonna
I'm going to
show
sleeve
up.
my deck back up
Someone
again,
steal.
Gabe. Don't worry.
You doubted me. You doubted.
I
me.
did.
No, so, like-
No, I doubted my
I sent you
ability.
the list.
The second
you
Striker
doubted me.
Dragon. There was no second Striker Dragon. I was lost.
Just
I was
space
lost.
it back.
Just
But
milk
I think-
space off of.
But my Chaos Space
Mulan.
only mills Gamma. Like, I'm not powerful enough.
It's
I mean,
quite
maybe-
powerful.
I think in the LCS next weekend, if you're
Oh, yeah, I
going to
should
look
cut
at the
that.
breakdown,
Oh yeah.
what I imagine would happen is that like the further down you go in decks in terms of representation, the more differences you will see compared to the YCSs, I think.
I think the
Like-
OCS, the OCS is just like a lot more better players. Like it's way more condensed. 'Cause let's
It's,
be
yeah,
real,
more
like,
concentrated.
A
Yeah.
1,800 people enter a YCS, 500 can top it. Being optimistic,
Yeah.
right? I think that's
Yeah.
fair to say.
Yeah,
The-
Maybe
the
even
YCS
less
true.
than that.
Yeah,
I'd say
I think
maybe-
even
maybe.
less.
Maybe
I
even
don't-
like 200 even.
I
Yeah.
don't want to sound like a dick, but that's kind of the thing, right?
No, Gabe, if you want to sound like a dick, I'll just like tell people what you said about the dragon mirror. It's fine.
Oh,
No, but I mean-
I didn't hear it. Oh, so we're doing siding patterns, right? And then Hash said, "Oh, what about the dragon mirror?" And my plan was like, "I'm just better than everyone in this shitty deck."
Yeah, because you know, Dragon Link is a controllable mirror match.
Yeah,
It's more
100%.
controllable than Tri Brigade. I will let you know.
Okay, sure, of course. I mean, yes.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought I'd won a Tri Brigade mirror. I think it was against Nevin, and I stop him getting to Bear Brum, and I just Veiler his only real play, and he's like, cool. And then he sets 3, activates Revolt, and I bell it, and I think I've won this game, and he just activates the second bell, and I just wanted to cry.
Activates the
mirror
second
is so
revolt.
unfun.
Yeah.
That was
It's
such a shit
unfortunate.
card. It's insane how bad that card is.
I thought
But
it was a good
it stops
card,
revolt.
and then I started playing it, and it doesn't do anything against Gravekeeper or
It's so
Striker. So,
It saved me
No,
from one crow
like to
against
know
the
you can-
Infernoble player.
You can bell Gravekeeper Steel.
They don't play that. They just go flip spy, and then they make Vertex. Like,
Wait, Santi, did you win against those Gravekeeper
I did beat both
Yeah.
the Gravekeeper opponents. Don't worry.
Okay.
You just
Don't
kept
you worry.
cosmicking the.
They
what's
go
it?
flip spy, make it's like the shittiest birthday
Yes,
engine
it
ever.
is. It's
They
so
just like
bad.
set spy.
They're literally just playing goat for that. Like, what are they doing?
No, it was so
Like-
bad. Oh,
Oh my days.
it was so bad. But Connor was the one that lost to Gravekeepers, so it's okay.
Bro, dragons can't play through Gravekeepers. Like Necro Valley is an FTK.
Tri Brigade can't play through Gravekeepers. This
No, but,
entire
I mean, Necro Valley, this format is like, it's like Mystic Point, but better. Because you can play under your own Necro Valley.
Mystic. Shout outs to the Pendulum deck. Vlad's
Of course,
Pendulum deck.
yes.
Just spewed
Did he
spell
make
turtle.
top cut?
No.
Nah.
no, I think he was Xbox
Maybe they
1
should
day
have.
1.
I think
I
he went
think
X.
so,
I think
man.
he finished X3-1, right?
But bro, that deck, if you wanna beat Sky Striker, it's unlosable.
Yeah. Like, you
Which
just
deck?
win that
You can't
matchup.
lose.
Just summon
What's
Mighty
that possible?
Master.
The Endermine deck. It just
Endermine.
beats Striker
Oh,
straight
yeah,
up.
yeah,
It's
no.
unlosable.
Yeah, no,
actually
it's
unlosable.
ridiculous.
Imagine
Like,
playing Striker, you sit at the table, and you see your opponent has like a pile of dice.
Imagine playing
They
Striker.
get the dice bag out.
Like, excuse me?
Oh,
now with
man.
the new dice rule, Endymion is so funny. Like you actually need to have like 50 dice. 50 dice.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah.
just straight up.
So after that rule change, I asked a judge friend of mine, who I normally go to for silly judge questions, and I said, "So
Ah,
anything
yes.
could be used
I
as
wonder who
counter
this
strike?"
is.
He said, "Yeah, yeah."
No one
Okay.
knows it.
So if I go to Tesco's and I buy a bag of rice prior to an event, and I need to use counters,
Yo, Tesco's
I can just use
advertising.
rice. And he
This
goes,
is advertisement.
"Yes, technically." Like, cool.
Oh, was
No,
that it?
a
Was
friend
that
of
it?
No,
mine
do you know
used,
what? Do you know what the alternate win condition with Endermine is? It's using peanuts instead and hoping you trigger like an anaphylactic reaction.
Imagine like you're about to win, your opponent just goes on server and puts a peanut.
You just get FTK'd, like literally FTK'd.
A friend of mine put almonds on his Appaloosa this weekend, and just like whenever he'd take one off, he'd eat an almond.
Just eat it when you take the counters off. That's brilliant.
That's good comment.
I like
Remote
that.
duels allow for
Yeah.
some funny things. So.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So do we have any like final comments and stuff before I read?
Yeah, I was
sponsor
gonna
ad reads?
ask. You know, for the looking forward at future events, you know, LCSs, or even like future remote duel YCSs. Would you guys enter like another remote duel YCS, or are you just sort of saying,
I
yeah, this
would've
was
played
kind of
if
a
I
novel
could.
thing?
I
And then
straight
we
up
just
would
want
have played if I
offline back.
could.
Cards
Yeah.
just don't
Like, I
exist
don't
in
have
my
cards.
mind. Yeah.
So it's
Oh
like
my.
impossible to play.
Yeah.
But
I did
like,
open DHL shipping to a month to see how much it would cost.
yeah,
to ship.
yeah. On a more realistic note, though, like I could have probably played if I knew what I was gonna play like 2 weeks before, which is the exact problem with what I have going
Yeah.
on. But like, if I was in a place where I could play, I would probably play the events in a heartbeat, honestly, because like they just seem like. First of all, the pricing is actually good, right? If you do
Yeah.
it,
Pricing
like,
was
it's actually
insane.
broken.
Shout outs to
Yeah.
Duel Link Dragon for paying my rent for like 4 months.
In Brazil, it would be like 2 years worth of rent, right?
True,
Yeah.
but I'm in London, which is
Yeah, like
unfortunate.
insane.
Unfortunate.
You get 2
But-
weeks at most.
That it is like a month and a half, or almost 2.
Oh my god. If you're
Yeah,
Yeah,
I-
regardless, like it's nice to see that the community just kept the game running during
Yeah.
COVID with remote
Yeah.
duels.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean,
I mean,
It's
I'm
done way better
pleased.
than I thought.
I was
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
skeptical going in because I played one remote duel for that Winner PS5 tournament that an Irish server did, and I hated it. But I mean, it might have just been different because I was with everyone at a house
Yeah.
and having a LAN party.
I think that plays a role.
Definitely,
Definitely
yeah,
plays a
true.
role.
It was definitely
Definitely.
a
I
lot
don't
better
think it
than
was
what
a
it was
bad
like.
experience.
No.
I don't think it was a
No.
bad experience anyway, though. Like
No.
Yeah.
the tournament
Yeah.
went smoothly.
But like, if anyone tells you that like a remote duel is the same as a real life game, then no,
Nah,
that's
it's
just
not.
not.
It's
No,
not.
no,
It's
no,
not.
absolutely not.
Although I couldn't jump at a pool after topping, so check.
True.
Checkmate.
I don't know. Utrecht
No.
might be able to, but
Yeah,
True.
true.
Yeah, true.
And just, would you guys play a remote YCS again?
yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
for sure.
Yeah.
I
So
went
this is a
0-0
different
this
entry
time.
map.
Next
As long
time
as
I
it's
need
a
to-
different entry map.
I need to win 3 top 3 YCS in a row. That's
I also can only top online ones, so I guess as long as they keep being online,
The
I can
true
get
blood,
tops.
the blood of a true onliner.
Online.
Showing
Even
it.
the YCS is online.
Fight warrior.
No, as long as like Seal is not banned. That's
Oh
what,
yeah,
like,
Gabriel
got the
will
first
top
ICS
as long as
ban.
Seal is not banned. Like your
This is
career,
like
just
the
like,
way-
imagine your whole career just lies on like Seal.
One Seal is all he needs.
Alright.
sure.
That's not even true.
That's
What about Sam's
I'm
career
a
though?
dinosaur player.
No.
oh true.
Sam's
I-
career
I
and his
only-
Almirage.
I've only started topping
But yeah.
since Salamangreat Almirage was released.
Exactly.
And
Alright, we know
No,
the secret
but
now.
it's
Just
crazy to
like
think
ban
though.
his
Ban
Almirage.
Almirage.
It's crazy to
Sam
think
was-
of,
Just confiscate his Almirage
Nets-
before the event
Yeah.
and just sabotage
Nets
him.
has like a
Easy.
better topping rate with Dino than he does with Dragon Link. It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
Actually,
Bro, yeah, I won that LCS, then I got second. That's all the times I played Dino. I've never touched
Beat
it.
me broken. Like what do you want?
To be honest, I've been unlucky with Dragon Link because I bubbled like 2 ISS with it.
yeah.
But Dino is
Unfortunate.
just unbeatable, bro. 1 misc, no problem. I really want to see the Dino list from this week.
I
He
really
must
Yeah.
be
Yeah,
so
me
good.
too, me too. But it's probably just gonna be like Scrap Raptor stuff.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it's definitely they're playing it
There's
as
a lot of
shitty
different things.
combo deck.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does like
yeah.
from what I know, like it could either be like the Keystone stuff with like Gallant Granite, but like that sucks. But like then there's also the Amaterasu stuff, which also sucks. But we'll see.
I'm just-
No, I think
heard
it's just
any of those
standard. I think it's just like Appaloosa Savage stuff probably.
Probably.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it-
Maybe.
if
That also
Misk
makes
were at
sense.
3, like, can you imagine how good that deck would be in
No,
into a
no,
format
it's
where
awful.
like
It's awful.
It's still
Really?
terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
What do you do
Just, like,
against Appaloosa
that-
Revolt?
So like the problem, right, is that like that deck can only go first, and with 3 Misk, even if that deck goes first, it has the data problem of consistency. So you go second, and then when you go second, you cut all the Scrap Raptor bricks because they're bricks. So you just play
Yeah.
going second Dino. If
Which is the same deck.
If Misk was at 3 this format, it would be the best deck by far. By the way, like
Yeah.
don't like 100%.
Actually,
Yeah.
would.
Can you
I mean,
imagine
it has
Misk
a, it has a Drytron issue though. with
Yeah.
It's
GPU.
yeah, that's the only like dodgy matchup. You beat everything else.
But you
Everything
can
else.
literally just attack over
do you
the
beat Virtual?
ultimateness, right?
Yeah.
Drytron's question
Yeah.
though. No, you can't beat over it because.
No, because then the ultimate
No, but they
negates the UTC summon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why did it have that?
Sam,
effect?
how
Why
did
did
you
you
know
make
that?
summons?
So how
Oh.
He's in top 16, by the way.
He's in top 16 and doesn't know
do you
this.
know
by
the deck
way.
you're playing, by the way?
That's
That's a pretty relevant interaction. I'll
That's-
tell you that.
yeah. I'm aware. I remembered it all of yesterday, last weekend, but I don't know why I
Just
said
forgot on
that.
Tuesday.
He's
When
gonna
the
go,
next-
"Zoop,"
when
and
the
then
next
he's just gonna
deck
get
box
negated,
Sam
and then
is-
he's
oh,
not.
no.
Yeah.
Unlucky.
This is what I mean when I say like Sam has just convinced the entire world that he's insane too.
Honestly,
As a wise man once said, everyone that never spoke to Sam thinks he's super good.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, imagine there's someone. There's,
So Sam's playing Cyber Dragon, right?
Yeah.
Right, guys?
Yes, right, guys.
Right?
yeah.
It's in the name.
Yeah.
There's some German guy somewhere that goes like, yo, this Sam Pearson guy is insane.
Same.
Yeah,
imagine there's a conversation right now happening
yo.
somewhere in Yu-Gi-Oh! Imagine there's a conversation somewhere happening where someone's discussing who the best players in Europe are, and like Sam Pearson is like a realistic contender in someone's mind.
He is.
You-
He
Do you
is.
remember?
Have you spoken to him?
Who? Oh, to me. Oh, do you remember? After again, Card Sports League did that thing where they're talking. Who do you think's going to win
Oh
YCS
my
London?
God. Oh
And me and
my
Marcus
God.
were on
You
there.
and Marcus were on there, and it didn't make sense.
Like, what's that?
It just didn't make sense.
You were there as the haha react.
It was Hara.
Yes! Oh no!
Even TSL knows it.
Oh no.
Oh.
Right, it's been 54 minutes.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh.
that's
Been a
that's
while,
decent.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
We
Alright,
aimed,
what do
we
we wanna
aimed for
close
half
with?
an hour.
We just kept talking.
Yeah,
it was
sorry
fun, though.
guys.
Right.
Yeah,
Watch
well,
it
I
on
mean, I
two
think
times
it's
speed
like
if you
it's
can still make
realistically
it
speaking,
out.
it's difficult to make it 30 minutes, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think podcasts are around
That's fine.
50, 50.
Yeah, I think this was
I think
fine.
around an
Yeah,
hour
they
is fine.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
I
are.
think we did good.
That sounds good.
Imagine never
I
doing
think-
this before.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah,
Yeah,
no,
it's this is
no,
our
no,
first
no.
one.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
Betty, do you
Yeah.
want to close
If-
off with the shout outs and everything else?
No, just
Final
before
words?
that though, like
Oh, God.
like everyone who's
Oh,
made
no.
it this far, first of all, thanks. Second of all, like let us know if you like this and you want
Yeah,
us to keep
yeah,
going.
that's
'Cause,
important.
this is
For
something
sure.
we've
That's
been
the big
wanting to do.
important one because
Tell us
Yeah.
what you
actually
want
do
us to bring
content.
in.
Yeah.
Tell us
Yeah.
how you want to flame Sam next time.
No, come on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tell us
I've
if you
got
like
3
it.
times.
If you like,
Oh, I should.
People can also ask questions that we can address in future
Yeah.
podcasts. as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if
You
anyone
should-
wants to know, like, why we did X, I mean, once our lists are released, why we chose X.
I'm sure. Yeah, we could talk more in depth about the
Yeah.
deck lists
Yeah,
after the
definitely.
YCS.
yeah, like for example, next week there's the LCS, so we could like next week
Yeah,
get
exactly.
over the lists, talk about
Yeah.
like the list at top,
I
and like
intend on
the
summoning
comments from
Cormac,
here.
but
Are you summoning Cormac Adams?
yeah, I'm summoning
Damn.
Cormac
yes.
Adams. Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
we can have
Cormac
Cormac next weekend.
Yeah, I am summoning Cormac Adams.
Yeah,
Cormac.
Cormac
With
uses
a face cam?
Cormac uses his laptop for Discord now, so he
Oh
can probably
my
do
God.
the
Oh my
face cam
God.
thing.
Will
What
we
a
see
hero.
Cormac? It's been
What a-
ages.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I
Probably,
intend
yeah,
on
we
seeing
can get him
Cormac
over next,
Adams. But yeah,
We'll see him
All
again.
right. So we'll be back next week then.
yeah.
We're also gonna have
Yep.
guests regularly, right? If we
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
people want it, sure.
should be
Makes
hard.
sense.
Should
Yeah.
be hard.
Makes sense.
But yeah,
That's fine.
All right then.
thanks for watching. What else? Let us know if you want more. Who you want,
Sponsors.
what you want, sponsors. Thanks. Oh wait, actually first, thanks to Mysterious Man for having us at the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
Mysterious Man
Thanks,
carried.
Mysterious Man. I had fun. I had so much fun.
Yeah, it's so
I love the chase.
Shout out to Tim Chan for taking me to for being there with me in A&E. Moffat for driving me, but not driving me back.
He just said, fuck you.
Me for saving your life.
It was a 2-inch wound,
Shout out to
man.
Tristan. Yeah, shout out to Tristan
Tristan's
for
A&E
bringing out
kit. Yeah,
the first aid kit and not knowing
that's
what to
the
do with
word.
it.
Yep. What else happened at the weekend?
I patched your foot up.
Shout out to England for not winning.
England.
Because then Marcus
Marcus
doesn't have
Score
to
won
go.
the
some
Edison
goals.
tournament.
Let's go.
Marcus, oh yeah, Marcus won an Edison tournament. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
He lost a lot of integrity in the making of it. And then,
He's a
shark.
then he didn't put LOB first Blue Eyes.
Important. Yeah.
Very important. But
Portuguese.
Portuguese. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Sponsors, as always, thanks to Brotherhood Games, MetaMats, and Card Market, and especially also the apparel we got. Gabe's got it on right now.
True.
Yeah.
You
We've
can
had-
buy them on
Yeah.
gamesdepper.com/the disciples. I don't know the link.
Oh
Probably,
my god.
yeah. But yeah, no,
But it's
honestly,
somewhere.
honestly, it was really nice just seeing like all the support like of people like backing it
Yeah.
and how good,
Yeah.
how
Yo,
good it looked.
Everyone that said the merch looked nice, I dig it. The hoodies
Yeah.
are so nice.
The hoodies. So
Yeah.
nice.
Let's
Let's
Bye.
close it off there.
Thanks
Alright.
for watching.
Alright.
See you next
Bye.
time.
See everyone next